Hi, Rob McIsaac here, and I'm here with Patrick.
I'm Patrick Riley. I'm one of the certified prosthetists and orthotists in the Prosthetics and Orthotics program at Shidok Hospital currently, about to move down to the Ron Joyce Children's Health Center.
So Daniel, maybe you can tell us a bit about your story.
It's been a long, drawn-out process. A car accident initially instigated some of the physical troubles, and it ended up with a leg amputation this past January. And then getting the leg prosthetic fitted in March. I've got my mobility back, and life is moving forward instead of backwards. So that's really, really good things.
There are things made here. That's obviously one of the things we do, but the bigger part of the process is actually sitting down with people and getting from them exactly what they need and what's required, because it really is different for absolutely everybody. So the prosthesis is comprised of the part that fits onto the body, which is the top portion or the socket, and there's a hip and a knee component. This represents probably the most advanced technology available today. If it fits as perfectly as we can make it fit, that should mean it's comfortable. Because it's fitting so closely, if there's anywhere that's a little too close on a bony prominence or something like that, that has to be modified quickly. About a month ago, we entered the world of computer-aided design, and we now have a really powerful CAD system that will allow us to, instead of taking plaster and synthetic molds of people, we'll be able to do digital molds. So we'll be able to scan them and then take that into a digital space and on a laptop and do all the same modifications that we were doing by hand with sculpting tools, but we'll do that as a digital format, which has so many benefits to it.
Like when you imagine, 30 years from now, what does this whole thing look like?
I think more computerization, so-called smarter devices are the future, and it's happening now. So that laptop that we were looking at in the other room, this is basically the laptop now.
Yeah.
So the beginning of the process is we would start by filling this up with plaster and creating a solid core on which we would make some modifications. And right now Todd is making some plaster modifications on another kind of mold based on the biomechanics of the situation as it presents. We'll come up with some sort of mold that makes the best sense, choose materials, and then from that point the technicians take over and they're the experts in implementing the plan. Making the molds is a big part of what we do, and then the materials that go into it and exactly how they're put together is the next step. And then the last step is the fitting process, where we get patients to try things and tell us if we're even close.
Did we hit the mark?
Yeah, are we in the right place? So basically we have probably 15 or 20 different kinds of plastic that we use. This will be a flat sheet when it goes into the oven in about 6 minutes. It's warm enough to mold around this. And the vacuum station will actually suck all the air out, and it shrink wraps the plastic around the mold. And we'll have this exact replica as the inside shape of the mold.
Well, what a privilege it was to get to talk to Daniel, who's such an extraordinary person with some huge challenges that he's experienced, but has obviously overcome them so impressively. I think Daniel's story really points to some of the attributes of the prosthetics and orthotics division here. We're employing a cutting-edge technology, which is really impressive. It's an area that's in transition, and the team here has taken on that transition so well, so enthusiastically. But the other half, I think, of what we saw today is that Daniel talked about the emotional supports that he received along his journey, and that's so important that for us here at HHS, as much as technology is super important and we're doing things that we can be really proud of, we also continue to have that really special human touch. So that's it for today, and I'll see you next time.